I just scheduled.
How does the author of Harry Potter get to work?
How does what?
The author of Harry Potter get to work.
She walks down the stairs to her office.
Abracadabra. So it's some kind of Harry Potter.
Avada-cadabra?
Yeah, something like that.
Last guesses.
That's my guess.
I don't know. I can't think of a good pun.
Walking. JK, rolling!
Boo!
That's not
Boo this
so
woman.
bad.
Christopher Walken.
Right.
David, have you watched Fallout?
How does that get the laugh? I'm on episode 5.
I heard it's good.
I heard it's good too.
I figured you love Fallout. I figured you'd watch
don't
it.
care to watch TV too much.
Is that a cart of fireworks?
Where are we?
Nope.
Please?
Oh, it's a throne. I like the idea that it's a cart of fireworks.
Yeah, that was. I was trying to figure out.
Gandalf was here.
Any beds with cages?
Aren't all
Not
beds
yet.
cages?
All right.
Still the best thing ever. Oh, we're live.
Pardon me. Welcome to Cardboard Odysseys presents Fables on Tables. Prevents D&D from being played. Presents Fables on Tables. This is Scars of Thragordun, session 9.
We have sound.
9?
No.
Last time, the crew, minus Brandy, had a sort of abbreviated fight between themselves
Kind of, yeah.
with Liam and a couple thugs, and Asher and Thrag Command. But with some, with Lear telling terrible jokes and subduing Liam with laughter. He did touch the hideous laughter on him.
Oh.
Yeah.
I told her the JK rolling joke.
We won't get that for 2,000 years.
Everybody was apprehended. The crew then got a chance to speak with Asher about everything that had happened and what's been going on so far. They found out kind of where Asher's at with everything, and he got a lot of new information regarding Eber, Charles, and Vance. Valen, sorry. Within the Court of Mourning, which he has to deal with. And then the party got a chance to speak with Liam just between the four of them to try and get any more insight or information out of him, kind of feel him out. And through all their talking, it was decided that they would have to stay locked up for a day, but then to kind of let the heat go down a little bit, and then they would go back to the den and and say that while they were on the mission, they were down outside the wall and decided to hide and just kind of lie low and let the heat die down before returning.
Is that what we decided? Like, did we decide we were going to go back?
I believe. Yeah.
Okay. I spent 2 weeks. Like, did we
Yes.
decide, or were we still trying to figure it out?
I wrote down
I think it's very risky, but it's probably our best play if we want to continue to try to act like we're part of the Scars. And
Agreed. Like, if we hadn't decided, that was going to be my suggestion. I happen to think...
you gotta stop that.
You can't stop it, man. What's his name? Asher had said that he never received the letter that I sent from Chicken Man.
Correct.
Which means he doesn't know about the shit we saw underground. He didn't get the message. I put all that shit in that message.
Yeah.
About the Thragundans with the underground tree people.
Yeah, and I don't think you told him when it came up.
No, I thought of it after the fact.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
Yeah,
I was sitting at work while I was like having a smoke break at work, and I was like, fuck!
We're still there.
I know. I'm gonna bring it up.
All right. So just as like a quick backstroke on the whole thing, would Brandy have had any questions or insight for either Asher or Liam?
Not that I'm thinking of now.
Okay. If you think of anything that you would have wanted to know or ask, I can just fill you in or whatever.
Alright. Double check my notes real quick.
Okay. So, the four of you are paired up in cells next to you and in the dungeon below Castle Thrag, there are the 3 other thugs that were taken. I'm sorry, 5 other thugs that were taken. And you know, they're sort of going through the they know what's coming, and so they're kind of going through the stages of denial and panic. There's some cursing and spitting in your direction.
Yes, we are members.
Yeah. Periodically, they're taken away for questioning, and they come back in various states of, you know, health.
Okay, so just to clarify, the other thugs that are there,
Yep.
they still think we're part of them.
No.
They do not realize that.
Well, then why would we be in the cells anymore?
Well, that was my question, because I think we blew our cover with Liam, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so the
No,
cover's blown
not-
with Liam.
Not really.
Why? He got
We
captured
never-
and we didn't.
We never officially told him that we were not.
Right, but
I
why?
avoided ever saying specifically that we were working with anybody.
Right, but why would
He could assume all he
Well,
wants.
why
but
would
we've
he
never
be in chains and we wouldn't be?
Why would we?
And then
be?
Asher was like, "Here, you guys can talk to him."
Right, I get that.
So obviously our cover is blown with Liam.
We never. He can assume that, yes.
Okay.
But we never confirmed it with him.
Well, they all assume that, from what you gather.
Well, then there'd be no reason to be in the cells then.
Well, it's because Asher doesn't know what to do about Eber and them, and so you can't just be like allowed up in the castle.
Not even me. That says something. Of course, I might go kick Ever's ass if I was allowed to just walk around.
That's a good idea.
Um,
Although the guards don't know what the fuck's going on, so they'd be a little angry. Or confused at the very least.
yeah.
Don't care.
Maybe they don't like him.
He is kind of a twat.
Yeah. So the thugs are taken away and
The
questioned.
guards are taken away by
The guards are
the guards are taken away by the thugs. The thugs are now ruling the
Yeah.
kingdom.
You're able to have a pretty decent rest overnight, until you're woken up by Asher, who comes to you with all of your gear back. Yeah, and you just
That's when I'll. I've had all night to think about it.
yeah.
You said you never received the letter that I sent.
That is correct.
Okay, so the scars may not be your biggest issue right now. Remember I told you the fights we had with the Thragordun in the warehouse?
Mm.
So after we were done, we were chasing leads to find Scotch, the man that they said was missing, and this was our way to get in. And we ended up underground underneath this warehouse, and I kind of look at Tyrion and I'm like, how would you even describe it? Like, they're turning people into trees?
Yeah, it seems like they're being transmogrified into trees.
Yeah.
Transformed slowly over time. I don't know how long.
And you saw
they were-
this yourselves.
But we saw different states. We saw trees underground, and then we saw a guy in a cage, and he was in the process of barkifying.
He, like, literally half of his body was, I couldn't even pick him up. He was as heavy as a log.
That is disturbing.
Yeah.
Extremely. And
And then there was also.
I had to leave him down there, and I felt really bad about it.
I mean, he's a tree now, so
I know, it's been 3 days.
back to nature.
Are you people certain this was a... Did you say it was an experiment?
We don't know.
Okay.
It
and
seemed like it. It seemed like
it
a.
didn't just seem like a one-time attack? You have seen other signs of this?
Well, there was like 6 different trees already.
I mean,
down
it was a
there.
whole network underneath the warehouse. It went on for, I don't remember, how long did it go on for?
Was that network?
Yeah, like how
wasn't
far
that-
did we
it
go
wasn't that
before we
big.
turned around and went back?
It didn't. There was.
Oh, didn't it dead end in bushes? Like those trees, like
Yeah, there
those
was-
bushes or whatever?
we
You,
went-
you
we went through the
firebombed them?
kids.
We went through it.
You firebombed them or something?
Yeah, so there was like a basement that was kind of windy, but then there was eventually a grate that you went down that was just the spillways.
And
And from there is where you found Scotch.
Jen doesn't remember where the warehouse is, but Alex remembers where the warehouse is.
Yeah, that was going to be his next question.
So she will describe to him where the warehouse was.
Alright.
And how to get to the trapdoor that we found. I don't know if the Thragordun are a part of this, if they're causing this, but it was under their warehouse, so...
They have to know.
I mean, they maybe do, but...
Well, you definitely think so because, I mean, you have every
the torture room was behind all of the trees, the bushes.
You have every reason to believe that they took Scotch and plenty of
okay.
other people through there to the torture room.
Is there a Scotch tree?
The one thing I just don't know is like why they are doing it. It just doesn't.
Yeah,
I just
motive
don't-
is...
None of it makes sense.
Yeah, motive
Power
is
and control, probably.
completely...
But they gain no benefit by turning people into trees.
But if
But
they,
what
if
are
they
those-
turn their enemies into trees, then they have the land.
Well, I will definitely make sure that this gets looked into. And as far as...
Is chemical warfare banned?
Are you gonna fart on them all?
I know that's a weird question to ask, but like, you know, there are treaties and of such in war sometimes.
Sounds like you may be looking for some sort of druid.
Yeah. Yeah. Some.
Well, there's
Is there
definitely
any known-
heavy magic down
Is there any known druidic influence in the scars?
Not in the scars, no.
Or in the Thragordun?
But
Or, I'm sorry, the Thargudans.
The Thargundin pray to some sort of natural entity or deity, but
Oh, 100%.
there's never been any proof of its existence,
Well,
as far as I know.
here's the proof you're going to need.
Well, it's not that proof the gods exist.
The tree
it's
people-
proof that they believe in it.
Yeah, I don't know if the scars are the biggest threat right now, based on what we saw underneath.
Well, I mean,
Trees are bigger than people.
they're definitely number one priority.
But what do you want us to do? This is your mission. This is you call the shots.
We'll look into that. And if there's something more in regards to that I need from you, I'll set up a meeting with Posse. In the meantime, where you're heading back to, if you can get me any specifics, numbers of people that they have. I don't know if there'd be any way to get a drawing or I would need to know where all the exits are, how many people they're to expect, before I'd be willing to bring down the hammer of Thrag Command.
So from what?
I'm your bird.
Really? He can do the
I'm a mimic
mimic thing.
Perfect mimic and
Yeah.
memorize
So from
everything.
what we observed the first night we were there
Well,
was
you've already been down there then. You give them a layout.
Well, he's right now. Asher's talking about the den.
Yeah,
for the
whole
scars.
thing at the
Have you
time.
not
I've only
been?
been there like what, twice maybe?
That's all you need to know. Be down there.
Spend
well,
time there,
that's
yeah.
what I'm getting ready to tell him. The first time we were down there was about 75 to 100 in the main area alone. Liam had been wounded by the scuffle that I told you about. They ushered him through another door that was heavily guarded. There was multiple doors throughout the main area that had guards, and then we were ushered into like a side chamber. That's where we slept.
Yeah, like a room.
Right, like just a room.
Yeah.
So just initially, it was between 75 and 100 at that point. We really haven't been there long enough to see if there's been any more.
Right. Something that especially you would know, being a part of Thrag Command, is that that is like just a little more than the number of guards and sort of I guess you'd call it military power in Thrag Command. The couple years since King Marin took over has been sort of a rebuilding process for Thragordun, but especially Thrag Command in general. Under the previous king, not only did he just not create a lot of trust in Thrag Command, but he also purposefully took steps to weaken it. So Thrag Command is not a particularly well-manned force at the moment. So that about matches, if not just exceeds, how many people are in Thrag Command.
Cool. If you obtain Liam's ring,
We already have, and he presents it.
awesome. That will get you in the coffin maker's house. There's a secret door that he uses that ring to open, and it goes into the den.
I had the academy take a look at it, and they tell me it requires a bit more intimate knowledge of the spillways.
Yeah, every time we left and come back, it was always through the spillways. So, wait, are we still in the cells or are we out?
Yeah, you're still in the cells.
Are we together in the cells? Or we're in
Well, I
separate
mean, you're
cells?
you're down in the dungeon area, but you're all out of the cells. You're free to.
Okay, I just kind of want to like lean in so like only he and I hear this conversation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Obviously, you know who I am.
You know who I am.
Did you know my father? I know we've never talked about this before, but he's starting to become something associated with the scars.
I can't say that I have, but is it something you'd like me to look into?
I don't know if I want the answer.
Well, I will leave that up to you.
Yes, yes.
In the meantime, I would like you to take the ring and see if you can give me a bit more of a practical idea of how it works.
I suggest giving it to Tyrion. He is far more knowledgeable in magic. Or Brandy.
Whoever.
Speaking of which,
Lear's like,
Precogs!
Chop liver?
yeah.
I don't know her well yet. I just met her like 12 hours ago.
But yeah, so the
went to a strip club or a brothel together.
Those two worked at the brothel together.
We all went to the brothel, though.
But yeah, so the Ring of Ways is
Hey, it's the thing!
part
You can
of
show us the way.
It's the thing. Show me the way.
Aww.
So the party now has the Ring of Ways.
Woo.
He says I was also able to pick this up from the academy. I don't know much about it. It looks disgusting to me, but they assure me it could come in handy. And he gives you the delayed worm of healing.
Hey!
You picked this up from the academy?
The Arcane Academy, yes. Their work is slow, but they go about it diligently.
The
would say
worm
that's
is
accurate.
consumed. I can't read upside down.
At the beginning of the next one
drinker
turn,
gains
they
2 more points
may-
of health.
they
At the
gain
beginning.
2 plus the turn number health. So it gets 2 and then
I
it'll
have
heal
this in
4,
front of
then
me. I can
8,
just read
6,
it.
then 8. It sounds like.
No, it's 2, then
Oh, so it'd be
3,
2,
4,
3,
5,
4,
6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, and those are both on the Bible.
You.
So
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would be 20 life, I think, over the course.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
I think that's right. Yeah. Because 6 to 1 would be 21.
Who wants the delayed worm of healing? Who wants to drink a worm?
I think you give the bird the worm. True.
Oh, that's true. You are squishy.
That and the fact that
Extreme squishy.
the early bird gets the worm.
Yeah.
Are you
Everything about
really?
it. Everything about
I'm-
it screams give it to Brandy.
I think for flavor you must.
and then who wants to take the Thrang?
I'll. The problem is what? Do we really want it on us?
I feel like
Well, they didn't check our pockets before.
Yeah.
This is the ring is for the scars or for the
It was
rag?
so when they saw it used before, it was just used for it acted
Navigating
as
the
sort of
spillway.
navigating the spillways. The wall sort of opened up and created like a little portal.
Oh,
And you
But
walk
this
through
was
it.
for scars or thrag based.
This was
Scars.
scars.
Liam had it, But
I feel like I should.
Allows the wearer to open gates between the glyphs of the ways, meaning the spillways,
mm-hmm.
provided they have first-hand knowledge of where the glyphs are. Okay. That's pretty dope. I like it.
Yeah, Lyra taking it makes sense.
Sure.
I'm not gonna say anything about who shouldn't get it, because I don't have an opinion on anyone not getting it.
Okay.
Alex, is it magical?
If I think I am,
she
therefore I
doesn't know
be.
magic. She's like, I don't understand.
All right.
Nobody understands the words of
I know how to punch a man in the face.
Yeah, so you get suited up. He's opens up the same secret passage that you used initially to leave. And as you leave, it is still very dark. The fog is thick, which is why he chose this time to let you go.
As we're walking away, I just kind of look at the group. Who's really good at lying our way back into this?
Not it.
I can certainly try.
Wonderful.
You're a great liar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that a lie?
Was it?
Insight check.
If we don't know he's lying, it's great.
Okay, hold on. You insight check, that means I have to persuade you.
Persuasion or deception, depending on which one
Oh,
you're
it's
doing.
persuasion.
Do you have a dry or wet erase?
I am not. Okay, so if I'm not proficient in a skill, I have disadvantage, right? That's our house rule?
Yep.
Okay. Well, shit. Oh! Not bad.
Oh, scheiße.
14.
You believe me.
Can you grab one of the dry? Oh, okay. One of the markers.
Great.
please.
Then you can explain the situation
I
when
just
we
want to start
return.
writing down my portents in a different
Alright,
place.
don't know
before
what
we
you're
leave,
Never mind. That's fine.
I think we need to do something.
What are we doing?
Like, we need to, look disheveled or something and panicked.
Sharpie.
That way they don't think that we're just, strolling up. Yeah, it all went horrible. We need to kind of, play the act.
Well, if we were hiding outside, we never got into a fight. We never
Yeah,
saw
but
combat.
then we would run there directly.
No, we just laid low.
Oh yeah, we laid low.
We
That
laid
was,
low
that was
for
our
the
idea.
night.
We laid low because we didn't want to bring them back to the hideout.
Okay.
Yeah, and you had access to
I mean, if you really want to go for it, punch me in the face. Give me a black eye. What's your strength?
9.
Do you have hands?
Enough.
I thought you had flaps.
That's why I said to have her punch me in the face.
Don't you have flaps? Don't
Just
you
to-
flap
just
a
to
do?
see if she could.
It makes sense
Spells to prepare for day.
as a wizard.
Well, wizard druid.
Druids
tell
get
ya.
their level plus their wisdom modifier rounded down.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it works when you multi-class.
No.
Wizards,
I think you
have
get
no
so
idea.
many
I've
of
never
one
played a
class
wizard.
and so many of the other.
Wizards have a spell book that they can.
Because
cast
it's always
things
based off
from
the level, I think.
Yeah, wizards have
as
to take time
rituals,
to
so it
do.
depends.
Well,
But
I
you
know
can
I have all
memorize a
the
certain
tags.
number of spells.
I'll check D&D Beyond.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I think druids get wisdom plus level.
So as far as the morning's concerned, I would have precogged myself, hurt my brain, and then I would have preferred to spend the first hour of waking up short resting.
With
Yeah, that's
vultures
fine.
in our cup.
You can do that.
Wait, you said we got a full rest?
Yes.
Okay.
Are we
So
level
I
four
never
still?
used my luck point from the day
Oh,
before.
right.
Does it carry over or do I
Yeah,
have to
resets.
do it again?
Yep.
Okay.
You gotta flip again. You feeling lucky, punk?
And it's only one flip, right?
Well, it's no. You
Well,
got
it's up
three
to
flips,
3.
but we were dividing.
Oh, we were
it.
dividing it around.
Yeah, so if you win the flip, then somebody else gets a shot.
Okay. Oh, God.
Boom.
Oh, I lost.
Wait, so you still get the flip though, right? Or do you if you lose, you lose?
Yeah, when it's over, it's over.
Oh, I thought you always got 3 flips, but you just
Nope.
get that many.
Well,
Oh,
does anybody else want to flip?
we can't.
Game over, man.
Oh,
Yes.
game over, man.
You only get to win if you win.
Yeah,
Winners-
only winners win.
Only
Losers
winners win.
lose.
Losers lose.
Yep.
You're right.
I will erase my luck point then.
Can I precog other people? I think I can.
What
I
is
don't know what that
precog
means.
again?
I don't know, Matt. Can you?
I can. It says touch instantaneous. Let's read object. It says manifestation time 1 action, range, touch, duration 8 hours. You touch a willing creature and gift them a limited foresight for danger. For the duration, the target can add 1d6 to their initiative rolls and can't be surprised.
Okay.
So yeah, sure. I'll try to precog. There's no way I fail two.
I
two-
already
two
can't be
manifestations.
surprised. So.
Yeah, 3. That's good. So I'll precog Brandy if you want it.
I don't know what that means.
Means you can't be
Get
surprised.
precog. No surprise. You see the future slightly-ish.
Oh, okay.
It's really weird. And you add 1d6 to your initiative rolls.
Nice. I like that.
All right. Any other preparation?
You want to be precog?
Sure, and mage armor.
Nice.
I can't
man.
roll worth of nothing.
Not when you toss it 7 feet in the air.
You're precog.
D4s are rough.
Yeah, because they don't roll. They just stick to my hand, and I'm like,
Yeah.
You get a D4 ball.
It's
I
so
want to
tiny.
Yeah, there are a couple of like really cool D4s that I saw. Well, dice. They're just like they're all like cylindrical.
Yeah. So they
They're
roll
different.
better.
Yeah.
Because they're rounded.
Huh?
Eh?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I'm really hoping to get to level 5, you know, soon because I want to swap out my abilities. I want to try to. And I think I get
I
level
just want to
2.
get that extra attack,
3?
man.
I think I get 3rd level spells at 5.
Maybe
right?
maybe I get 3rd level powers. I
I think
think
3rd level spells have that
That's
5,
good point.
right?
Let me think.
talents. Oh, my manifestation die.
Yeah, I think it's
goes
every
up.
odd level you get a new level.
Oh, and
magic.
third order powers. Yes.
So aside from the
Yeah, I don't. It's been a while since we leveled, but at the same time, it's
But we-
also we like didn't play for like a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So
We also
aside,
didn't do much between the time we leveled.
that's what I'm
and
trying to
now.
remember. So but
I don't even
aside
remember
from
when we
the-
leveled.
Aside from the battle, I'm trying to remember what's happened since you leveled.
When did we level?
The first level up was we were started at level 2,
I
and
think
then
you
we
did
leveled
the-
up after you guys did the warehouse.
We
stuff.
got to level
Yeah.
4 after I
So
think we did the warehouse.
I think the meetup mission was right after you leveled.
The meetup.
meet up with
Yeah, where you
Rosie.
went to the Red Rose.
Oh,
Yes.
so we did.
Yes.
So we did the Red Rose, and then we did.
It was the warehouse
And
after
then
the
we went and
warehouse and
stayed the
after
night.
the.
I went to go see
uh,
Asher, and then we got up the next morning and
and
we
we were-
stormed the castle. So we really haven't done much since we leveled.
Well, I mean,
Yeah. We at
since we're not
plot
getting,
point
since we're not
we
getting
did some.
experience, we're
Yeah.
we're doing milestones.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
it depends on like if capturing Liam
It's a
is
good
a
question
milestone.
because I forget about leveling.
like,
Like, because in my mind, it's like mostly story stuff happening, so I forget about leveling. I always forget about fucking inspiration.
Yep.
You should definitely all have. Okay, so you all. Okay, so we're gonna do
Y'all
this.
level.
You definitely level, and you definitely all each have a point of inspiration, regardless.
Oh.
Of,
Here it is. I was
You
gonna say I
want
don't even know.
to level now?
yeah, that's fine because there's not gonna be a ton going on.
One of the cool things about the campaign that I'm running is that I'm gonna have us you guys level after each
Thank you.
plane that you go to
That makes sense.
because it's kind of like chapter-ish.
Mhm.
So then you'll be level 20 by the time you're like ready to like go down to hell
Woohoo! I got a 6.
and like take on Lol.
God. I am not looking forward to that.
Imagine how powerful she's gonna be. It's gonna be so
Yeah,
cool.
and she's probably immune to everything that a monk can do.
But you're all gonna be level 20.
Exactly.
I don't get better attacks at level 20.
You
I
probably
just,
become a god. Level
I'll tell
20
you-
monks wild.
I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, tell us what it is.
Tell you right now.
Tell
Tell
us.
me.
Hold on.
Enlighten us.
18th level.
No, 20th.
At 20th level, you roll. When you roll for initiative and have no key points remaining, you gain 4 key points.
That's
Nice.
only at level 20.
That's
So-
pretty. That is pretty shit.
Use your key points
For
like
level-
mad.
For level 20, it's pretty shit.
Yeah. What happens at 18?
I don't. At 18, you can use your action to spend 4 key points to become invisible for 1 minute. But I can do that as a Way of the Shadow monk.
Also pretty shit.
I don't
For
have to
level
spend key
18,
points.
for level 18, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, if you're Way of the Shadow, that means nothing.
That's unfortunate.
What?
Although it says during that time you also have resistance to all but force damage.
Okay.
Okay, so.
How broken does the whatchamacallit get? The Oromancer.
So broken.
He's so good.
Yeah, I can't remember actually what a level 20 thing was at the moment, but.
And I've already maxed out my level in Way of the Shadow, so I don't get shit at 20th level monk. Because she's going to be immune to everything I can do.
Max string goes to 9. Whoa, dude.
Oh, my proficiency bonus goes up and I get an extra attack. That's it. So that's an
Yeah,
easy,
level
that's
5's
an easy level.
You're a fighter.
Yeah.
Leveling should take like 3 minutes for you.
Yeah.
I have to pick third order powers, and I have to pick another first order power, which is nice because those are the ones I can use unlimitedly.
Nice. So Jamie, as a multi-class, how does the prepped spells work?
They don't.
There are
look so
two
excited.
different lists.
Really?
So, depending on the spell I cast, I have, and this is why I have to have both open. There are 2 different modifiers that I have to use.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so some
Yeah,
spells.
whatever your
use-
spellcasting
yeah.
modifier is.
Yeah. Wow.
But
That's why I
these
never
two,
multi-class.
These 2 subclasses work together well. I mean, I feel like my numbers are good. So
Good.
I just got above 20 health. I'm happy.
Hell yeah.
5th level, what's your hit points?
24.
That's why you
Oh.
get
I have
more.
D6 and 1 Constitution. Okay.
Bro. I mean, that sounds like my Disney Bard. I had shit for con.
Oh yeah, that was a thing.
What?
Which campaign was that?
The Strahd one.
That's right. Yeah.
For what
You know, after I died 3 times.
Yeah.
I said,
the
fuck it, Disney Bard's
the
coming
Disney
out.
Bard, yeah.
I can show you.
Glad that's over.
What, Strahd or the Disney
The
Bard?
Disney Bard.
Hey, fuck you! It was fun!
I hate
enjoyed it,
musicals.
though.
I hate.
I enjoyed it.
I don't really hate Disney, but
I did it for Jamie.
That reminds me of a friend.
I hate
he
singing.
used to say, "I hate musicals," and then listed 3 of his favorite movies that were musicals.
Okay.
I was like, "It's a musical." He's like, "It's not a musical." I'm like, "They sing every 5 minutes." He's like, "That's just this movie." I'm like, "That's what a musical is."
That's hilarious.
If it's not a musical, they don't sing. You don't see them
It'd be
singing on
funny-
Halloween.
It'd be funny if he was like, I hate musicals. Then like his top 3 movies was Rent.
No, it was
Like, straight up.
Repo the Genetic Opera and 2 others.
love that.
I do
so
love that movie.
much.
It is really good.
It's bizarre he thought it wasn't a musical.
Yeah, I know, right?
Unless he just meant like on stage.
Every
Yeah.
song in that is so bizarre, and then you go back and watch it again and again,
Yes.
and it gets better.
I watched it a lot when I had the DVD, and then I gave it to someone when I moved to Arizona.
Not it.
No, it wasn't you. I forgot who it was. Might have been.
Not
Might have been him actually. No, because he would have.
I rolled an 8 on that D10
All right, we get.
I rolled a
hit
6
points.
on a D6.
for those hit
Hell
points.
yeah. So far, so good.
So
I'm
8.
I'm a D6er.
I'm
as
at
well.
57.
It was something Nate said that I was going
Woo!
to say.
Oh.
You're gonna copy me?
No. Well, I was going to retell a story of you saying dumb shit,
Oh.
funny shit, and I forgot what it was now.
I rolled a 4. I rolled a 1
It
twice and then
wasn't
a 4.
during
I
melt
take the
combo.
average always.
I like the rolling of
I like the roll.
stuff.
Just to see.
What would it have been before we
Just
went
to see what
live?
happens. Oh wait, I don't get to do that again until later. Okay, okay, I'm
What's
done.
funny is my character still says we're level 3. So I'm going from 3 to 5.
I wanted to hold on to it, now I forgot it.
Oh,
No.
I'm done. That was quick.
Nice.
Are you not leveling?
I already picked. I got my spell.
Wait,
Oh, that's it.
I'm a sorcerer.
Wait,
All I got
wait,
is a
wait,
spell and
wait,
hit points.
Oh.
does my saving throw go
Check
up?
my spells.
Oh, hold on.
Don't you? Oh yeah, you're. Wait, sorcerer. You only get 1 spell?
I get 1 additional spell known. Yeah. I'm
to
pretty sure I went from 5 to 6.
11.
Wait, that seems kind of shite.
Woo!
I understand.
My saving throw goes up.
Oh, you're at 3 now?
Very wide.
Okay, now I'm done.
Ooh,
What
sorcerer.
level does your
I was thinking
rock climb
proficiency.
go?
Same number of cantrips as
Proficiency?
4 and
Mine
1
went up at
additional
5.
spell. Yes.
Proficiency went up?
I thought it
What?
was at 6, but it could be 5.
What?
I mean, maybe it's just the fighter. I don't know.
No, proficiency does go up.
Oh, look at that. It went from +2 to +3.
All these numbers go up. Then.
Nah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like all your shit
Oh
goes
my
up.
god! I'd rather have not leveled.
I'll just say that.
I mean, I'm done. It doesn't take that long.
You changed all your skills?
Yep.
Are you not proficient in any?
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm proficient in 4.
You get exhausted a lot, right?
9 ways that you can help.
Oh.
It's not a normal kind of
No, he
exhaustion.
gets to almost die every time he does something cool.
Yeah, he gets to be a fucking firework.
Well,
I can't
but to be
decide.
fair, my skills are going to be. What happened to the thing? Oh, anyways, my skills are going to be. The thing fell down.
Oh, it happens. Can't change the future.
Anyways, my manifestation die went from a D4 to a D6, so manifesting level 2 powers are going to be way
Not
easier.
bad. Oh,
It's down bad.
yeah, down bad.
That's a little stubby guy.
She's still gonna go, Jamie, how dare you?
Yeah.
I mean, fuck. Jamie did this.
You know, I specifically asked for one of these and nobody responded, so.
Well, but it was hers.
What? You have one right there in your hand.
And I
not
gave you
good
one.
enough. Not good enough.
Well, you didn't say that.
What do you mean that works?
It's not skinny enough.
Wow.
Uh,
Okay.
Sometimes skinny things are good.
Yeah, sometimes fat things are good too.
Well, true.
No, I don't
She
want
wants
a
a
fatty.
she wants a skinny
Oh
boy.
my god.
I can't decide what second level spell to prepare for the day. You know what?
Oh, let's
Nailed
go!
it. And you say you don't like sports.
I got the dry erase marker in between the window and the dry erase board.
Oh, that's good.
What you eating?
Jerky.
I gotta think of what it was that.
You gotta go potty?
No. So, Nate said something and I was gonna repeat that was dumb. I can't remember what it fucking was.
Excellent.
So +3. I got one more first level order, and then one more mech strain. Manifestation die went up. Now I gotta read. I gotta read the things. I gotta read. No, I hate it.
What would have been?
You know what power you want to choose?
It wasn't
Not
about
even a
that.
clue.
It wasn't about tattoos.
But I remember reading first level powers and going like, man, I really should have taken this.
Okay.
And because I'm a telekinesis adept, I really should pick a telekinesis power so that I can manifest it easier.
Okay.
I haven't done that yet, but I should.
By the book, does it allow you to just change all your powers on level up?
I don't know. Mind powers. Creating a talent. Psionic powers. Manifestation test. Quick build. Powers known. At first level and... Oh, wait, hold on. When you reach certain levels of class, you can manifest powers of higher orders. Learning new powers. What did I pick?
Oh.
Shared.
It was empty.
After you manifest...
Stop it! Such an asshole.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie.
To clarify, Jamie did not do that.
I know you didn't.
Yeah, she's got the dry erase right here. Surely she did this.
Shut up.
Although I think the dick that you would draw would be more elegant than that.
It would. Probably curvable.
Exactly. You gotta make it more realistic.
Take a photo
Your
of it,
drawing
take it home.
expertise, sir.
It wouldn't be
Let me
hairy
see.
either.
I mean, balls have hair on them a little
I
bit.
don't like those pictures.
It's manscaped.
Yeah.
It's only got 3 hairs.
Yeah. Each ball has 3 hairs and it's 2 hairy.
I think Nate was the one that did it. He said that he got one of those Manscaped things. He said it was great. I was like, yeah, but they're like so expensive. compared to like a normal
You
razor.
just got like
normal,
a normal razor.
$20.
Get like a 20-cent Bic and just don't.
Wow, about that.
Oh,
Just
you,
don't
you
go
want that
ham.
razor blade down there?
The balls are wrinkly, man. You gotta be careful.
Yeah.
I know how to do it. I'm not a fucking noob.
Matt,
Uh-huh.
as we are doing whatever it is we're doing, and we're feeling a little bit stronger,
Mhm.
I would love it if Lyra discussed with Tyrion things that they know how to do. Do you know tricks to warn people of impending intrusion? You know the alarm stuff.
Nope.
I think I'll do that.
Oh, Jen, because I'm better at manifesting, I don't like that die. I would have manifested with this die.
Right on TV.
Yay, you're precogged.
Oh, because we're at level 5 now.
Yeah.
I mean, I already have the alert feed, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
well, now you add a D6 to
Oh,
your
you had a
initiative.
D6 to. That's right.
What's up?
So I don't need the alarm spell.
Yeah, none of
You,
us.
to be fair, you did say I want to talk with Matt about this.
Well,
I mean, why? You can ritually cast it. Like, it doesn't cost a spell
well,
slot.
but it costs
Can
a
I?
spell's known. Yeah, you can
yeah,
ritually
you can
cast
ritually
alarm.
cast alarm. Didn't you watch Caleb for 2 years?
I didn't see the R tag. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I would pick a different spell if that's unnecessary.
Also, technically, my precog only lasts 8 hours, so it wouldn't last like during our sleep as well.
Yeah, it would just be for the day. So at night you could do alarm.
Why would I forget this?
I think it's a great spell to have.
This is weird. This is one of the weirdest ways of power that I've ever read.
Okay.
So
It says, when a creature fails a saving throw against a
26,
power you manifest, you can activate the psionic exertion option. If the creature has a challenge rating equal to or lower than your talent level, or its level is equal to or lower than your talent level for creatures that don't have a challenge rating, you gain 2 strain and the target is charmed by you.
I like the idea of it.
I
Knowing the challenge rating.
If the creature has a challenge
sucks.
rating or a level higher than your talent level, you gain no strain and the target is unaffected. A creature charmed in this way is friendly to you. When the condition ends, they know that they were charmed.
I have had some issues with D&D Beyond lately. I can't figure out where my speed and my prof bond would be on here.
Well, speed should just be 30, no?
I don't know, but I would
Proficiency
sure
mod
like
would be
to
based
see
on
it.
level.
Right.
Yeah, I don't really use D&D Beyond, so
Yeah, I'm not familiar
I'm
with
not
the
familiar
mobile
how to
character
navigate.
sheet.
is it under features and traits?
It would probably, I would assume it'd be on
There's
the...
a whole tab for speed and defense.
Hey,
There's a whole
Okay.
spiel that
I figured
Sam
it
went
somewhere.
on,
It's
so
just-
that you learned everything, and his wacky acronym of probably like nuts and balls or something. And he was doing like this is the like he had a video in the first season about this. How does the crit roll nerd not know about this?
Wait, I
he
was
had a whole spiel like
half
this is how you remember
Oh,
where everything is
Sam.
D&D Beyond, and he made a wacky ass acronym that said something like "you suck
Who,
balls."
Sam did?
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
And he's like, "This is how you remember where everything is," and it's a dumbass word, and it's hilarious.
What I find hilarious is that I think
It's a phrase, not a word.
I think it's Marisha and Ashley. Even though, like, you know, they say like they use D&D Beyond or whatever, Marisha still has like this in front of her.
I mean,
Like,
I do as well.
she
Like,
still has like all stuff because she's like, fuck this, I'm going old school. And I'm like, respect, man. I hate D&D Beyond. I don't like the way they put their stuff in order.
I hate organization.
It's
Jamie-
a stupid organization.
Jamie, where are you at with leveling up?
I'm done.
Okay. Are you guys gonna, for getting back to the den, are you gonna just go through the spillways, or are you gonna try your fancy new toy?
I don't-
That would raise too many
Yeah, I
questions.
don't think we should.
We're
do
gonna go
that.
back the way that we know.
Okay, so here's a situation that I can see.
When you went with Liam, he had to take like a couple, he took like a couple different things that didn't go directly to, you didn't just like walk into the den with it.
Okay, so
Right, but we would have to have the ring do the magic way, and that's gonna raise some
She has the
flags.
ring.
right, but why would? Well, we have to make sure we have a good story of why we have the ring, and I have a good idea.
Yeah. Okay.
So because we were the lookouts and we weren't going into the. Okay, so I just thought of a bad thing. What if?
It was so good. You said it was so good.
No. My plan felt good until the other plan could fall through. It's one of those things where I'm trying to like think of all the situations
He's
that could happen.
trying to plan ahead.
So
Outplan
He's
me.
playing Dr. Manhattan.
if Liam knows, or if Liam told either Brand or anybody else about the plan to go in, they could know that we were designed to go in with Liam instead of being lookouts. Because if our story is that we're lookouts, and then we go back and say that we were just lookouts, but then we're like, well, Liam told us you were going in with him. And then we're like, oh shit, well, that didn't happen? That's a little
but that's
weird.
something that we can't know. So
Right. I'm just trying to think if that situation were to occur.
But they're also very secretive of their missions. Like, Liam didn't even tell us what we were doing.
Sure.
So I would assume
Because
that the only people that knew what was going on in the mission were the people that were there.
I'm just saying we should have a backup plan. We could just say that maybe when we got there, he was just like, maybe it's best you guys
The
just
nude
chill
stay
out.
outside?
Yeah. Keep
Which
it,
I thought was
keep
weird in the
looking
first
out.
place. Why would you take the nudes to
Oh,
infiltrate
sure.
the castle?
Well, because we have powers.
Well,
We're unique in the group.
Yeah, they have powers and you're their friend.
Yeah.
That tracks.
We're magical and you're friends with magic.
All right. So,
Well,
anyways,
and-
back to what I was saying.
And
So,
you proved yourself in combat.
That tracks.
I don't know how attached Liam is to the ring, but Liam could have taken the ring off and given it to Lyra. It is right?
Mhm.
Okay, Lyra. To make sure, I just want to make sure it wasn't Lyra.
I know I keep wanting to say Lyra.
Lyra. So Liam could have taken the ring off and given it to Lyra because she's the most trusted of the group. Just in case he gets caught, they don't have the ring on him,
Oh.
and that's why she has the ring.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
And then that would give us the ability to go through and use the ring.
I like it.
Brandy,
Man.
you're okay with lying about that?
Of course.
Wonderful. You're the talking man. Woman?
Talking bird.
The bird.
Female bird. Lady bird.
Bird is the word. Bird.
I mean, any deception roll I make is at disadvantage, so I have no modifier, but
Oh, they even give options
me
about when I gain strain, I can roll a d8. Just say what happened earlier today. Oh, my nose bled.
Aw.
Nice.
What happened some other time? I have a persistent headache. Oh.
Alright, so you're just walking back then?
Yeah,
I guess
so
we'll just
let's
take
try
off.
to use the new toy.
Oh, okay.
Do you know how to use it?
Yes, I have seen him do this many times.
Wonderful.
I've never seen that man before in my life.
As we walk, and I'll look at Mira. I guess I don't completely understand your role in all of this. Like, you mentioned that you hated Liam and other things, but what specifically brought you to this whole situation?
I went to the academy. I was approached to. I cannot track this for crying out loud.
Okay.
I have something.
Oh, we did kind of talk about this now that I think about it.
Yeah, but then she was confused and then he clarified.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was, but
I don't
that's her
either.
backstory, so.
I have something I would prefer not to share at this point. However, the Scars asked me to spend time with them, specifically Brand, and I don't see any reason not to at this point. He treats me like a pet, but I don't know. I don't really have anything better to do.
Is he interested because of what you can do?
I believe so.
How was he using that knowledge?
Mostly it would be just conversations with her. Brand had never sent her on a mission or used her powers in any way as of yet.
Oh.
Even though she's been around for a couple of years. It was mostly just talking with her, trying to get a better understanding of her powers, and yeah, she never, as she said, she doesn't have a scar on her, so she was basically free to sort of come and go.
Got it.
Let me clarify. I'm bored. I have my own reasons for what I do. I do not have loyalties to Thragordun. I
Thragordun.
Thragorduns.
I don't have loyalties to the scars. I don't particularly have hatred towards anyone. So it's a place that allows me to do what I want to do.
Sure. Makes sense. Okay.
Liam, however, I dislike.
He's kind of a shithead, yes. Okay. I just prefer to know who's got my back in a situation.
You are not Jade, you are Alex.
Yes.
What do you look like right now?
Pixie style haircut with
Back to
blonde
regular
highlights.
Jade.
Yeah.
Oh, the Karen, yes.
It's not a haircut.
Got her.
It's not.
All right,
It's
so
literally not.
are you going back to the woodworker shop or the coffin maker?
Coffee maker.
All right.
Yep.
The door is locked.
Oh, shit.
It is like early morning.
No.
We can knock on it.
Yeah, just
What was the guy's name? Do we remember?
You didn't get a name.
we
Everything.
didn't get it.
Yeah, everything happened. You went through there pretty quickly.
We'll just knock then.
Eventually comes down. He's got a nightgown, nightcap on. He looks very tired. You would recognize you guys.
I haven't changed my appearance.
Yeah, Lyra, you have
I
seen
still
him
look the
before.
same.
He's vaguely familiar with you.
Morning.
Yeah, he'll like hurry you in.
Hustle.
Yeah. And he like looks around to make sure there's no guards around.
It wasn't yesterday. Literally 24 hours ago.
Yeah, could I have been like, as we walked, could I make a perception check to see if anybody's following us?
You can certainly try. The only reason I say that is because the mist is heavy at the moment. That's so
Which
like
could be a benefit.
yeah. So like the mist cutters would be out, the guys with the like awesome lanterns.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, sight is really. Yeah, you don't hear anything. Okay, so what are you doing here?
Something went wrong. Something went very wrong.
Okay.
Well, we just need to use your entrance.
Is Liam with you?
No.
Something went wrong. Something went very wrong.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know how much this guy's supposed to know, so I wouldn't really tell him anything.
all right.
I'm not going to.
And that is all you need to know.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
All right. So he takes you to the back room, unlocks it, opens it up where the coffins are. You open the one coffin, take the steps down, and you are faced with the wall.
Das Wall.
Das Wall.
Oh,
That's you.
zippity zappity.
Ain't nobody happy.
All right.
Does it require attunement?
No.
The ring? Okay, good.
All right. So, as you said, you have seen Liam use it before, but it always just kind of seemed like, he'd kind of just pointed it at the wall, and it just did the thing. This is your first time ever using it.
Your finger blows off.
I would probably use my staff to booby trap, pretend I know what I'm doing.
You are not worthy.
This power is one of the most busted things I've ever read in my life.
Alright, so the four of you are standing in front of the wall, and she uses her staff or whatever to add some flourish.
Look at the wrist.
Yeah, and she is having a very different experience in this brief moment in time. So for Lyra, there is an overwhelming loss of your sense of self or body, as you instead come to feel the length and breadth of the spillways. It is like a slowly suffocating out-of-body experience. The further away you feel from your body, the harder it is to breathe, and eventually you give in to that. It is as if, without sight, you had stepped into time and could experience your life flowing forwards and backwards. As your experience of body becomes the cold, dim reaches of the spillways, you feel pulled in all directions with this new form by hundreds of tethers. These are other glyphs carved along the labyrinth.
Oh. know.
And while you cannot see or hear, you sense life and movement within you. And each of these sensations are pulling at you, demanding your attention. Then suddenly, in this darkness, there is infinite stillness, the peace of nothingness. You have no goals, there is no destination, no distraction, only what is. You still feel all the movement and the glyphs, but they are distant blips, just there, waiting for contact. Is at this point you feel that you can feel all these points along the spillways, and that you could open up one of them.
So you're now connected to the spillways.
Okay. But we're still physically here?
Yes.
Okay.
This is just like the sensation of you using this ring for the first time.
I kind of go a little blank, like, I just want to stay here forever. How peaceful.
Just kind of give you like a little nudge. You okay?
Where are we going?
So you would. So again, it's odd because you're connected with the spillways. You can't see anything. It's all sort of sensation, blind sensation. So you kind of, and it all has to go to specific points. But given that this is, the spillways are, in this moment when you're using the ring in this way, like your body, you do understand where there is a glyph that would be near the den.
Okay, so I'll reach out for that one.
And so it, when you do that, it's as if you can tell you're like reaching out and pulling it closer to you, is the sensation. But in the real world, we see like the walls sort of fold into itself, and there's just darkness. At which point you're able to step through, and you come to the other side, further into the spillways. And the glyph itself was this like worn. You felt like pulled to it because you were using the ring. There are these like really worn down carvings that are just like little symbols at various places in the spillways that would almost be impossible to notice otherwise. So,
That felt...
So does this feel more like old, ancient power technology
yes.
type deal?
So I was just gonna say that, like, that felt cosmic. I wonder where the scars would have.
Yeah,
gotten some
as
glyphs.
a sort of traditional magic user, your whole thing is like having a connection to the weave, and this felt like sort of the strongest, most pure connection of that you had ever felt.
Wow, they do not deserve these rings.
Do you tell us what you do? Or
Yes.
Oh. You know,
Saying these words out loud.
I've always wondered about the spillways, and I even have rough drawings of the way that they're laid out. But I think you're going to be much better at it than I am.
Navigating?
Sure.
I got caught up in the, anyway. So you, from this point, you're able to, walk a little bit where you reach the den.
Sorry, since you said that, I didn't want to ignore what I would just say. Well, keep those drawings just in case.
Yeah, I started them when Tyrion and I were below looking for Scotch. I only got a little bit of where we were, but I've always kind of made it my own personal mission to map out the spillways. I just never really had time. You'll help. You can make a pretty good map.
I want to draw the glyphs on there as well, but it sounds like something we could do.
If you're not a magic person that uses that ring, can you see the glyphs, or do they only light up?
After she points, like if she pointed the one out or the one where you came through, you can definitely see it, but kinda.
Okay.
It's just incredibly faint. It looks like, stone that's been water washed.
So, like, if Alex was just down there one day walking around trying to look for glyphs, it's
You'd have
probably
to be
something she would
incredibly
overlook.
perspective.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
I
Perceptive.
wonder who put these here.
I don't know, but we're going to make a hell of a
Yes.
map one day.
The glyphs, for the people who have studied traditional magic, the glyphs are not of any sort of script that you have ever seen before. Alright, so
we have detect magic.
I do.
Because you can tell what school it is.
It might be. It could just be a language.
back at the den. Upon entering, you now see a couple hundred people,
Oh,
at least.
fuck.
Bodies are all packed in, eating and drinking, but in this tense, awkward silence. As soon as you walk in, people immediately start to approach you, and their questions to you sort of become this incomprehensible roar. Like they're trying to ask you, like, "What happened? Where's Liam?" Like all this. But it only lasts for a moment before everyone completely goes silent.
Oh no.
As Brand walks in from the double doors to the right.
The double doors.
The double doors.
Dumbledore's.
Harry Potter, why'd you put your name in the hot fire?
Upon seeing the group of you, Gint and Guile are with him. All he does is, from the doorway, he just kind of gives a motion of, like, we need to speak. And then walks back through, disappears back through the doors. At which point, you notice that there are some... Well, actually, everybody give me a perception check.
Perception.
That was
Okay.
a journey.
Nice. 30-20.
Nice.
12.
That's a shame.
12,
9.
9.
I rolled 2 13s.
Damn. So what's the total?
Perception?
Yeah.
I am trained. Why'd I roll 2 dice?
Could you do
18. Well, the
Nice.
2 13s. It was
Yeah.
destined to be
Okay.
a 13 no matter what happened.
So the two of you
So 18.
notice, Alex, you would notice that there are some, like, cross looks in Brand's direction as the doors close. The two of you notice not only the looks, but hear some, like, faint whispers or, like, noises of dissatisfaction made, like as if these people are sitting here waiting sort of for more or some sort of direction, and they seem sort of displeased with Brand after he turns his back and walks away. As you go through the double doors, Guile is there to lead you, the four of you, to what's sort of like as good as they can do living room type situation.
Okay.
It looks like sort of a study. There's a table, more than a few chairs, but it's pretty.
It's horribly placed. There's no
Ripshot.
feng shui.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You walk in, you're like bumping into,
We're
Yeah.
walking into each other's pathways.
tripping over shit. Yeah, it's terrible. And as you're just getting in there and trying to sort of make the lay of the land, Brand looks to Lyra. Lyra, come with me, please.
Okay.
Just got stolen.
I have more.
All right, and
Just
so,
tip my hat at the group.
Oh,
Got
got blue screened.
oh snap!
Pokemon Snap?
One of my friends plays that, like, a lot.
I haven't played Pokemon Snap in so long.
Marvel
All right.
Snap.
Oh, Marvel Snap. That's
Marvel
two games ago.
All right,
So
so
played that in a year or so now.
Lyra, you go to a familiar spot. This is sort of Brand's main office where he conducts all of his business.
People are lying. The feng shui is off.
Am I too low for your Snap friend, by the way? They did not contact me.
No, it's probably just not. It's just not his thing. Gint and Guile are in the room. They're sort of off against the walls in this dimly lit space. They could almost be mistaken for shadows if you didn't know to look for them.
Only she's in here?
Yes. He directs you to take a seat at one of the chairs in front of the desk where you've sat, hundreds of times before.
So there's a door that they went through.
Yeah,
and
they went.
We just
they,
got left out front.
Well, they
or
went.
outside.
They went like across the hall to a different room entirely.
But like, is there a door? Like, can I put my ear up and try to?
Oh no! So the three of you
listen?
are in one room. Doors closed. There's a hallway, and then they're in another room.
Balls.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if shit goes down, we don't know. She's on her own.
And if shit goes down, we won't know till they bust open the door.
Yep.
Yep. And Brand takes a seat in this chair here, getting sort of close to you, just as comfortable as ever. And he has 2 glasses set out on the table, and he starts pouring wine into both of them. He says, Lita, I would like to apologize for my son. Are you okay?
Yes. Have you already received a message of what happened to him?
At the moment, I know very little. But I am trying to put the pieces together, as you can imagine. And how about, first of all, I guess, what happened?
I'm going to be honest with you. He's been out to get you. You're a very intelligent man. Are you aware of this?
I have suspected for some time. I've got decent information that he was behind Scotch being killed, which was incredibly inconvenient, shall we say. What was the purpose of taking all of you out last night?
What do you mean?
I mean, what were you doing? What was happening?
You weren't aware of the mission?
I am finding that there are lots of things that my son was doing that I was not aware of.
From what I understand, Liam had recruited this bunch to assassinate some individuals in the castle.
Do you know which individuals?
Okay, so I wrote Geezer Grand Whatsit and Asher Rubin. Are these
Sure.
Asher Ruby Glint.
Close.
Okay,
Ruby
so-
Man. Ashy Ruby Man.
That's fine, yeah. It was Grand Several and Asher Ruby.
He's an intelligent man. He deciphered the code.
Yeah.
I'll just elaborate and say I don't particularly care about the politics, so I apologize for not knowing.
I do not blame you. What was your role in particular in all this?
He wanted us to remain as lookouts.
I see.
I
And
suppose he never trusted me and this group there.
so the 4 of you were lookouts.
My owl, Luna, she's particularly helpful.
And where have you all been?
Oh, we had to
We
lie
were waiting
low.
for news.
Yes, they captured Liam. We tried to send a message. Luna must have been taken out along the way.
No one else has returned.
That is unfortunate. We've lost some good men then. Liam expressed that he wasn't seeking your approval with this message, with this mission, and was hoping it would plant some seeds of dissatisfaction. And based on what we heard walking in, that seems accurate. Is this place still safe?
There's nowhere safer. Well, I doubt it. I do have to ask. Did he mention Scotch at all, or what happened to him?
He seemed very unconcerned. Specifically said not to look into it.
But he gave no indication of who the man with the burned hand and the gold ring was.
Not sure who that would be.
Right.
Did I?
No,
Okay.
no.
No, we haven't
Okay.
figured that out yet.
Speaking of rings, that is a very curious one that you are now adorning.
Indeed.
Where did you get that?
He handed it over.
Liam.
Yes. Afraid.
Liam had that ring.
Yes. Should he not have?
Oh, good.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Do you need it?
Hold on to it.
It is my suspicion that he was captured. How would that make you feel?
Very psychiatrist of you.
With you. He takes the glass of wine and takes a drink of it. I have no son. I appreciate your candor as always.
I have no reason to lie to you.
I have just a couple more questions for you. Things that I'm curious about. What do you know? What do you know of this Jade?
Oh, the girl that's with me. She's very canny. Hasn't said more than several sentences to me. Seems distrusting, which fits right in here.
Well, when in Rome, I suppose.
Do you not trust her? No, that's a silly question, I suppose.
I mean, Brandon,
bites
of
the
course you
dust.
trust her.
Another one bites the dust.
Do you have any other concerns? People I should...
What? I'm curious about your series of events for the meeting.
Mm.
What was your role in that?
Series of events for the meeting.
It is one of the many things that I am recently becoming aware of.
The red room.
You mean the strip club?
Brothel.
Or the brothel? Oh.
Yes, there was a meeting, a delivery of message that I was not aware of.
Oh. Liam told us to deliver a red garter.
Mhm.
And
Yes,
I
I
don't-
know the process.
Ah.
But how did everything go? What was your role in it?
Oh, we danced. I threw out a fog cloud. It was more fun than I expected it to be, but I don't want to ever debase myself like that again. Don't worry, I did not go into a room with that man.
Tyrion did.
Well, I am sorry that my son ever put you in such a compromising position.
I'm sorry he's trash. He ruins your
Did you
name.
see the message?
Should I have?
I don't know if you did. I think only Tyrion
No,
and I
I
did.
don't think I did either. You two had some.
I definitely did because I
Well, you
copied
did
it.
because you copied it.
Yeah.
I don't.
But I don't remember if
shouldn't
you were
have.
there or not.
Was that a mistake? Should I have looked at it instead?
Trying to figure out what it said.
You know, I know it.
I did, but I did not personally see it. I'm dancing around the truth to the best of my ability.
Sure.
In the future, should I read these messages?
No. No one should be receiving messages except for me.
I see.
So I was merely asking because I'm curious what it said.
Oh,
Again, I appreciate your honesty in this, and I thank you for your time. You may take the drink with you if you please.
I have one question. When we were speaking with Liam, and he was a little more open with his
You
words.
spoke with him?
Liam, yes. On the mission.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He shared something about a person named Winchester. Does that? I don't know. It came up in conversation,
And he mentioned it.
he said it was a friend of his father's.
It's very peculiar that he would bring that up, but it's nothing you need to worry about.
Okay.
It's another story for another time. Right now, it's business.
Well,
D&D exists to torment you.
I'll go back to my research while we're here and await your whim, I suppose.
Guile will escort you. Guile escorts you. He motions to Guile, who escorts you back to the other room. And Guile then says, Brandy, you're up.
Oh no!
Oh
no!
We're all about to get interrogated one on
Oh
one.
no!
And you can't tell a lie.
Alright, so you walk into the room.
Are you Pinocchio?
Guidance, just tap you on the shoulder as you go in, okay?
For a minute!
I don't know what that means, but okay.
You get to add a D4.
She had to make no rolls, so just lie.
I'll tell my truth.
Yeah. Alright,
Speaking my truth.
I'm starting to panic now on the inside.
so when you enter the room,
Hit you like 5 times when you go in.
Brand is seated behind the desk in like the big chair.
The fireworks chair.
Yeah, he motions for you to take a seat wherever, if you please.
I'll take the one closer to the desk.
Okay.
See? Okay.
It feels very strange to be sitting with you like this. Well, you may know it or not, we have been at odds quite a few times. As I mentioned before, you have gotten in my way a number of times, and while it's not my favorite thing, I do find it a bit admirable, the things that you do.
Thank you.
That's a pretty scar. How did you get that?
Can't remember his name exactly.
Asher.
No, the king.
Marin?
Yes.
No,
Marin didn't do it. It was
Marin
Asher.
didn't do it.
It was
It was
me.
Asher.
It was Asher.
Was it Asher?
Yeah.
I thought it was. No,
So
yes,
we
it
never
is
saw the
Asher
king.
because Madam Ruby Garbage.
Break the tension for you a little bit.
Asher
Put a Karen to
did not
AI as a medieval
fancy
warrior.
that I talked to his wife a lot, and I guess he thought I was trying to break them up. Being a ladybird, that's a little weird to me, but I guess jealousy brings out the worst in you.
It is not difficult to step on the toes of Thrag Command. Well, I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. It showed me who he really was.
Would you like a drink?
Sure.
Alright, he'll put a glass in front of you, pour some wine.
Do I die of poison?
So I'm becoming
Didn't say no.
increasingly aware that a lot of you have had an exciting few days, shall we say.
It has been a weird week.
Well, I would like to start with just the past couple days. This trip to the castle. What happened?
I don't know all the ins and outs, but we went there and we looked out, did a lookout, and then
Just you, or
the whole party, all 4 of us, we were all there. Guess there was handoff between Liam and is it Lyra? Lyra.
It's like the word lyrics.
Lyrics? Lyrics? I don't know your limericks. And then later on, something went wrong. There was a scream, so guards started chasing us, and we fled. We knew something went wrong, and had to leave.
that makes sense. It is a tense situation. Not the sort of thing I would have had you doing right away. Where did you spend the evening waiting for things to die down?
No, we didn't.
Maybe we all spent the night in a different hall.
What are you freaking out about?
Because
Guys, we didn't talk about that part.
Who cares?
So our stories are gonna be, their stories are not gonna match.
Unless you're smart
Have
about
you
it.
not watched, like, true crime shows?
Yeah.
No.
You don't give enough effort. You don't just. Never mind. Let him do his thing.
trying to think of a good one.
I like that we've got the
Okay.
brown sound music going on too.
I don't necessarily feel safe disclosing all of my hiding spots. I would like to keep some private things private.
May not come to no surprise to you that I can completely understand that. Was it just you who hid there, or
So, to not spoil it for everyone else, I would like to keep that a secret so that they don't follow my lie or my choice. So, evens will be we were all together, and odds will be we were not.
okay? I'll do the roll. And then
No,
share
no,
it.
it's not, I'll choose it. And I'll just show you the number,
Okay, fair enough.
and then because above a table they could just lie about it.
Well, but you also. Okay, so we'll just do either all together or you on your own.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Then why are you rolling?
I'm not rolling. I'm just showing him a number.
Okay, good. I was gonna say, what's
It's gonna
the
be
point of
evens or
rolls? Yeah,
odds.
yeah, yeah.
And I'm gonna show him. So evens is all together. Odds is separate.
Okay, you said even is together?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I was about to put it down on the number, so I was like, I have to roll the dice back in there, else they'll know. That would have been incredibly dumb.
Well, I mean, it depends on our perception check.
Yeah.
Alright, understood. And this, the meeting that had to happen at the Red Rose, what was your role in that?
So the madam tried to get me to be one of her workers.
She is an
So-
opportunistic one.
I was bartending.
That is fair.
There were some nice forks.
Nice forks, you said.
Dwarfs.
Dwarves!
Nice forks.
Nice forks too. Very nice forks. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Didn't rust at
They
all.
were golden forks. They were
Yeah.
amazing.
That is interesting.
Ten out of
These,
So
wood-
shiny.
10 out of 10 wood fork.
these dwarves, how did they act throughout the evening?
I'm trying to remember as a person. I want to
Yeah.
say they were mostly cheerful and
They like
kind of
bought
party
you
going.
a few
Yeah.
drinks and everything.
Yeah. Well, what's it put?
Did they happen to invite you with them anywhere or anything like that?
To their table, but nothing beyond that. Nothing afterwards.
How many were there?
Oh. Well, she would have the ability to recall that, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't know.
That-
My guess would
that's
be
fair.
7, just because 7 dwarfs.
That's a fine number.
Is it correct?
All right. Good to know. And the message that was passed along, did you see it?
Yes.
What did it say?
With my recall, I can repeat it.
So you would tell him the truth then?
Yeah, I would tell him
Okay.
the truth on that.
I was like, I wrote it down. It's right there.
Yeah.
If you want to read it.
I see. When you presented the message to Liam, did he clarify the message or give you any indication as to what you would be doing?
He just said, "There's a mission in the morning."
And at any point did you get any more information than that?
I think you and I both know the answer to that.
It was becoming a secretive one. Alright. I appreciate you taking the time. You can take the drink with you if you
Oh,
wish.
thank you. He has like a.
I feel like he's marking us with the drinks. I know he's a little bit like.
Dude, it'd be
alky,
really
but-
good. He'd be a thug if he had a drink of like truth, like serum, basically, and like give you wine so you couldn't tell lies.
Oh, that would be great.
I am freaking out over here.
I know, I can't
Especially
wait.
because you
I
don't
can't
know
wait.
what I said.
You better pull her next because it's gonna be hilarious.
No, save the
I've
best
been
for
building
last.
up a resistance, Sire King!
Is that what it's called?
And plus, I put him in both classes.
No, that was
I have to
the
nervous
poison.
tickle now.
yeah.
Well, serious.
She's literally pissing her pants right now.
Yeah. All right.
He quoted The Princess Bride. It's
Yes,
that movie.
it's a
I
good
like.
movie.
It's that. It's
I've
that
heard of that movie.
Yeah. It's also a book, I guess. Is it actually a book?
Yes, the book's a little bit different than the movie.
Yeah,
Leslie is
it's
not,
really
not
good.
as nice in the.
Oh, that's good.
I like it. I love them. I love them. Anyway, so yeah, so he'll do the same thing with you. Guile will go along with you. Tyrion, if you would please accompany me.
I'll walk in. I am the Dragon Man.
Oh, you have to.
It's gonna be upside down. Okay. So as you enter the room, Brand is sort of standing, sort of walking around a little bit by the corner of his desk, and he motions for you to take a chair.
I'll take a seat.
You good?
I would like
Good?
to.
It is upside down. What are you doing? Look at what she did.
Oh God. What is that supposed to be? I thought you were supposed to try it.
I love it.
I don't even know.
Oh my god, it's like defying gravity. It's gravity defying penis.
It just looks like a wishbone.
Well, it's supposed to be dripping, but it's
Or-
dripping
or-
down and it's hanging.
No, it's those
way
T-bones.
wonky.
Yeah, there you go.
The T-bone steak.
You wanted to do something.
Yeah. Veritas.
Is it
I'd like
coming
to
out of
Veritas.
Okay, which one is that?
I don't know why I'm rolling. Oh, I have to roll to make a manifestation.
Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
yes, well,
I got you.
Got
I
it.
got you.
You.
Get away from my stuff.
What happened?
I saw you.
Jamie was being the most subtle.
Why are there eggs underneath the penis?
It looks like fried eggs.
Everyone, a little garnish with the eggs.
Or eyeballs and a nose?
Oh my gosh!
I'm never gonna pee again.
All right.
It was ab day at the
You-
gym today. This
You
was
got a 19.
You said there
Sorry,
was
Nate.
3 people in here.
Yes.
I'll target them as well.
Okay.
I don't think they
With
haven't.
me.
They,
It was
I don't
me
know if they'll
that
say
said it.
anything, so I don't know.
He got a 19.
Most
Uh-huh.
definitely.
Gint and Guile got an 8 and a 12.
Okay, so they both fail. So I just know if they.
So this is the one where
I
you
just
know
know if they lie.
Okay, okay.
They do a lot of talking.
I won't know if he lies because my spell save is a 16. It's
Okay.
close, but no cigar. Okay. So yeah, I'll sit down.
So please take a seat. And he immediately just pours a glass and puts it down in front of you, like on the desk, sort of in front of you.
I'll take it.
He hears
I'm
and
not
takes a
sure if
drink
I
from the
did.
bottle. Your powers are especially intriguing. They're not like, we have some friends at the academy, and yours are nothing like how they present theirs. Are you able to give me some sort of insight on how they work?
No.
From what I understand, I'm quite unique. I'm taking his accent all of a sudden.
Yeah.
That's how everyone is. Everyone steals accents. That's how we got 4 fucking
From what I understand,
gingers.
I'm quite unique. The best I can describe it is I just use my mind to influence the things around me.
Influence is exactly the word I was thinking of as your specialty, let's say. Which is very intriguing. Did you come upon these powers of influence somehow, or is it something you think you were born with?
I think,
What? Oh, okay. So above table, I had this idea that he was experimented on when he was a kid.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like the old like X-Men type thing,
Yeah.
where like you gain your powers via that.
Mhm.
So the crystals in his brain, like the crystals in his head,
Okay.
like I think it's
We'll
supposed
put
to
there.
be it's supposed to be a race, but I kind of liked the idea that
Yeah.
he was like maybe he was a normal dragonborn, but then got transformed into this race
Okay,
via
cool.
some kind of magical,
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I like that.
some tinkering of sorts.
Yeah.
And maybe he doesn't quite, because it was traumatic and young, he probably doesn't remember everything, but maybe just remembers glimpses of it.
Yeah, I like that.
So anyway,
Glimpse.
glimpse.
The unthinkable.
This is as far back as I remember, I've had the ability to do things. I have glimpses of imagery of a man. I don't really know who he is. From when I was younger. But growing up, I've always had the ability to do this. And as I use it more, it seems that I become strained in ways. It takes a toll. It's not unlimited, of course.
Interesting.
But some days are better than others. And the more I use it, this seems like I get a better grasp. And I did go to the academy to learn some more and how to maybe, enhance it, control it. So yeah, it's unique from what's. I've never met anybody else that can do it. So
That's very interesting. Yes, I will say that my exposure to powers such as yours or your companions is limited, but I could also say that in my travels I have never even heard of something quite like what you do. Would you satisfy a small curiosity of mine?
it depends on what it is.
These powers of yours are very subtle. I feel as if I almost would not know if you were doing it, and so I'm just curious, honestly, just curious. Have you ever used them on me?
Yes.
He kind of looks towards Guile, like not in a signal way, just kind of like a wow.
Them as well.
I guess it's not every motherfucker in this building.
You have to understand, I don't really know a lot about any of you. So coming into this, I would have had to make sure nothing major.
It is all right, but it is fascinating, and I'm not ashamed to say that it is a slight bit frightening. I'm not a man who likes to be influenced, let's say.
Oh, I've never influenced your decisions. My talents are more. I can actually, but you would know. But I'm very good at reading people, body language, the cadence of their voice. So I can tell in some situations whether or not you lie or, speak untruth.
This is very good to know. Did these powers of yours, to get more to the point, did they come in handy at all over the last few days? I know that I'm getting a greater understanding that you and my son, the group of you, have had some fun, let's say.
Information gathering has been semi-fruitful, but not as fruitful as I'd like. There's some questions that I have about this burned hand, man with the gold ring. Your son told us not to look into Scotch's death, but the more we learned about that, it just didn't make sense, and the way I work, it just doesn't check out.
He had his reasons, I assure you.
I believe, and I don't want to speak ill of your son, but I believe he has something to do with Scotch's death. But
He definitely did.
But I have no proof, unfortunately.
It is alright. He definitely did. I'd like to go back to the meeting.
Which one?
The Red Rose.
Sure.
What was your role in events?
I felt it was distasteful to let the fine ladies of our group to be in that line of work. Neither one of them seemed comfortable, so I wore the garter, the red garter.
Our messenger must have had.
He was
Quite the reaction.
He was quite confused.
Did you did you recognize the person who delivered the message?
Yes.
Who was it?
Somebody from, I think, within the castle. I think I've seen him around the city. His name was Charles, I think.
Did he give you his name?
I think I just recognized him from him around. But yeah, he looked familiar. I think Charles. I don't know his last name, but
Alright.
I'm fairly certain it was Charles.
And did you read the message?
Yeah. I was never told from Liam whether we should read the message, what to expect. He was just very like, you know.
It is
So
alright.
I just assumed immediately when I got it, I'd read it.
Yeah, it is alright.
Information's been gathered.
In the future,
Mm-hmm.
the messages are supposed to be for me and my eyes only.
I
But
assumed
had-
that. I meant to bring it to you, and he intercepted that immediately.
That is because I had no knowledge of this meeting
I did
or
think
the
that
mission
was
that
true.
followed. What did the message say?
It was cryptic. It spoke of, from what I can gather, taking out 2 members of the council.
Huh.
It seemed they said old dogs, 2 old dogs. I mean, I have the message, don't I? I have the paper, don't I?
I know you're trying to say like you're not lying about what it said.
I'll just pull out the paper and hand it to him.
Oh, you have the paper?
Why wouldn't I have it?
I
You
thought
made a
Liam
copy
took it.
of it, but why would?
I gave the copy to.
Oh, Liam
Yes.
did take it.
Yeah.
Liam would have
I
taken
gave
it,
the
and the
copy
copy would have
to
been sent to
Asher.
saying like this is what's
Well,
coming.
I have a 20 intelligence.
Yeah,
so
if you
I would just recant
Yeah,
the
I
exact.
figured-
Alfred calls the old to the cold to let the thick fog in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what is it?
Yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah, I
I'll
figured you
say
weren't
what
trying
it
to be
was, and then I'll
deceptive.
kind of go through the line because I feel like I nailed it as far as
Yeah.
the majority of what it meant. So I'll,
Yeah,
I'll like
I
kind of,
figured you weren't trying to be deceptive, so you're
No, yeah, I'm not trying to lie. I haven't said a lie yet.
And
so.
did Liam offer any insights about what this message meant, or what
Nope.
you?
He just said we have a task to do in the morning. Be ready.
And for your part, what was this task?
We were to be lookouts just in case anything goes down. He said if anything goes south, we would be the backup, basically. But they scaled the castle walls. We stayed at the bottom of the walls. And then the fog was so thick we couldn't see, but we heard some battling, and then it went silent and we ran. So we assumed that, nothing.
Yeah. You did the right thing by not coming directly here, or.
Yeah, it just didn't make sense to come back here
Relying
because if
on-
we were tailed, then we bring back all of Thrag Command on you, and it just
Which
doesn't
is
make sense.
appreciated.
So we just laid low.
I'm curious though where you might have laid low at.
That's unnecessary. You have to understand.
All right.
It just doesn't make sense.
That is fine. I am not a man who is afraid of secrets. I discover
sure you'll
them all
understand.
eventually anyway.
I do have a question for you, if I may. What is the purpose? What is your purpose of the scars? Because I've spoke with Liam about it, and his purpose, and I feel like your purpose are quite different. And I would like to know, before we go any further, what is your goal?
Well, that is a very insightful observation for you to make. It is more than fair to say that my son and I were not aligned on things. As he's about to continue to speak, there's a knock at the door. And he just kind of motions to Guile to go check it out. And he waits and watches over your shoulder. Guile just kind of cracks the door open and pushes his head forward, closes it back. Guile comes and whispers something in his ear. It would appear the assassins are hanging in the town square, minus my son. But to get to your question, I think you would have. I think obviously you would understand that I have secrets of my own.
Mm-hmm.
But I can understand a man wanting direction and to know that somebody he is following is not doing so blindly.
You guys understand I'm fairly new to this city. And all I hear is scars are bad, horrible people that kill and do whatever they want, and they're not upholding to the law. And I'm just curious if
He'll stop standing and take a seat in the chair. Yes, we have certainly done our due diligence in earning a particular reputation. I am in some ways ashamed of my youthful hubris. Something I apparently passed on to Liam.
yeah, his ambitions seem darker than yours do.
How about this? I'm a man who keeps his word above all else. And I promise I will come up with an answer for you. But it is honestly a question that I have begun wondering myself.
I asked this because I asked Liam the same question, and he seemed very content on saying that the city is his, and he deserves it. He earned it, and it was taken from him.
In what you would call my heyday, I suppose, the Scars were a far more influential force, and he barely got a taste of that. He was a young boy at the time when things started to change, and I think he just wanted a little bigger piece.
I just think there are ways to go about things, and if that were true, if the part of the city, or if the city was supposed to be the Scars, if it was taken from, I don't know the history of the city, so.
Oh no, it's nothing like that.
Oh, well.
How do you know? You said you're new to the city.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know this Jake?
Because D&D is to torment you.
Quite frankly, just from being in the group, I haven't seen her before this.
And how did the four of you sort of come together as a group?
We were selected by Scotch. He was recruiting us.
All right.
You were about to get fucked.
It is only odd because he never told me, but you and Brandy both attended the academy, so.
I hear Lyra also was at the academy.
Yes.
We all went to the
correct.
academy?
I don't remember anything about an academy, but I'm just.
You're a magic user.
Yeah,
so
so
you
I
would
guess I
know
must
if
have-
I
Probably how
advise
you
you.
went there, yeah.
Yeah.
Scotch said something about the influence that I had would be useful for the Scars, and that
Good luck.
I don't know what you know about me,
Run to the
but
bathroom, cold water on your face, you'll be fine.
I've tried to help people in need. I feel like the Scars.
That would explain your knowing Brandy then.
No, I feel like the Scars. This may sound strange, but they need a better influence than what the history of, from what I know. They need a better direction.
I'm not helping you.
Like you were saying, your heydays,
I'm
you
not
made this
helping you.
reputation
Why?
of these people. I mean, people hate you. That doesn't seem right. Like people want to kill you. Does that not bother you? That you've created this image of a man that's evil and wants to do bad, and I just don't get it.
Brand is definitely like an older man. When I look back on my life, I do not think that it would be unfair to say that perhaps, especially through some's eyes, that I do deserve to be dead. but they have to earn it, and I will hold my head high when it happens. I'm not going to go down willingly to anyone.
Why not try to make amends? Why not try to right some of the wrongs you've done in the past and bring the Scar's name to a better light before said day comes?
Perhaps we will cross that bridge when we come to it. I did have one last question about the event of the past day. When you were hiding, wherever you were hiding, were the four of you together, or did you sort of scatter?
We were together.
Alright. Good. There is strength in numbers. Alright, I appreciate your time. You can keep that drink with you if you'd like.
I do have one more.
You are the curious type.
It's fine. You already thrown back 3 drinks.
He already drank half the bottle.
He said,
Well-
have a bottle of wine all to himself.
Well, he poured a glass for you and he took a swig from the bottle with Tyrion, but he did not pour himself a glass, nor did he pour himself a glass of brandy.
He's making us drink his backwash?
Ew.
Disgusting.
Well, I think he took a drink
Yeah, because you
from the
like
bottle
took it.
after I took.
Who
after he
cares?
ordered.
We're all gonna
Yeah.
die.
No, not all of us, just the liars in the group. We'll find out who those are next. No.
I'm at war with myself in a task that I have to accomplish, and yourself.
All right.
And I'm just trying to gauge the man in front of me. I want to know. I need to know. Because I am a Scars. And I don't take the brand lightly. I did join the Scars, whether you know much about me or not, or if you believe it or not. I feel like you wouldn't have branded me if you didn't believe it. But I would like to make the Scars name better. And I want to know if that aligns with your goals. Because if not, the Scars will fall, and Thrag Command will... I think they'll win. And I...
Certainly an interesting perspective.
Yeah.
I can respect that you would say that to me. I will let you know.
Okay.
And then the same thing, he'll have Guile lead you out,
Does this
take you to the other room. Alright.
I was this close to just telling him everything.
He never gave me anything to go off of. If he just confirmed literally anything I'd like to hear. He just didn't say the words.
Well, Nate didn't think to the answers of these questions yet. Okay,
Well, sure.
Maybe.
Jade, if you could please.
Guidance.
Jade is so much more composed than Jen is.
Yep.
I know.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I don't know. Did you see her picture that I sent? in the
No, fuck you.
chat? Take a look. Take a
I
look.
saw it. I saw it.
Um.
No, she's a cat.
We're good.
Oh wait,
Everything's
crap. Okay. There was really quick. There was one more thing that he wanted to ask Tyrion.
come.
Okay. Sorry. I know.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
my-
There's more
How long
things.
is
It's my bad. It's my bad. Okay.
Okay.
When you did the mission for the meeting, what was Jade's role
For the one that we went on with Liam.
to get the message? No, to get the
Oh,
message.
to get the... I don't even remember what you did. You didn't do anything, did you?
I remember.
I was doing like guard duty.
Yeah, she just like watched the.
Did, like, she basically did nothing. She was just...
She was a worthless
She was
bitch.
like a bouncer for the day.
I understand that when you all arrived back, that she was not with you.
Yeah. She said she had some things to take care of. Or no. She said
Some
she-
buddies she has.
she had met somebody at the establishment, and apparently they hit it off. So she had had some fun with that. I don't know that person. I I didn't pay attention. It's not my business, you know.
All right. Well, thank you. Okay, now.
Now the torture begins.
All right. So, when you enter,
I am your father.
Brand is sat behind the desk. There is.
Oh, he's not in the chair to make it comfortable like all the other people?
No,
No, he was
in the
standing.
chair.
Oh, I thought he was like in another. You had said he was in this chair when Jamie went in.
Yeah.
And when
So
I
that's-
went
He's
in,
still
he
there?
was
He's
standing
allowed to
behind
move
his
around.
desk.
No. Okay, so for that, he was sitting with. For Jamie, he was sitting there in that chair, like kind of leaning
The
forward and
rest is
talking
in
to her.
here.
Yeah, he's in his chair behind the desk.
These chairs here, are they kind of like lower backs? Like not
Yeah.
like high backs?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna spin it around and I'm gonna sit behind it.
All right, he's sat behind the desk, in his chair. There's already he has like the bottle on the desk, and there's already a glass of wine poured, and he uses his knife to sort of push it forward by the base. It's yours if you want it, and then he goes to like spinning the dagger on the arm of the chair.
He don't like you.
Ooh.
He was so much more friendly with everybody
Yeah.
else.
Here, have some wine. You have nice hair today. I love the hat.
I've laced this with all the poison I have.
I'll take the glass and just kind of give it a sniff and then I'll take a sip.
Only the best, I assure you.
I don't touch
Jade.
it.
I owe you an apology. I'm learning a lot about my son in the past couple days, but one thing that I have always known about him, which is regretful, is his attention toward a pretty face, let's say. I am sure he was more than untoward with you, and I apologize for that.
Actually,
If he ever made you feel uncomfortable.
I saved his ass.
I'm aware. That was quite impressive.
So, no, he never really did anything to me because I think he possibly knew that I could outpunch him.
That is definitely the way to earn his respect. Apart from that, it sounds like you've had quite the interesting past couple of days.
True story.
I'm sort of putting the pieces together myself. As I'm sure you were not aware, I was not brought in on what Liam was taking a part of in all this. Yes. So, if you could please help me put the pieces together. When you had the meeting at the Red Rose, what was your part in all of it?
The madam attempted to persuade me to lower myself to a common working girl.
Yes.
That is not what I do. So
Normally,
The
when
views and opinions of the characters in this game are not necessarily those of the people. Sex work is work.
Normally, we do not have. Normally, it is not a Scar who dons the disguise.
I became the bouncer, if you will, for the place. I just made my rounds to make sure that nobody got rowdy, and that was pretty much it.
Do you enjoy any of the imbibement? Any drinks?
Sure, who doesn't have a drink while they're working?
Everyone in real life.
It must have been, outside of the excitement of, what you were doing itself, it must have been a pretty fun evening.
It was okay. I was more concerned about my compatriots, and I was keeping an eye on what they were doing.
And what did they do? Okay, Brandy was like
Brandy
server,
was.
To service.
and
You said it 3 times.
Lyra and
I wore stuff or something.
Tyr were the strippers.
That's right. Tyrion
Ladies.
and Lyra took on the role of receiving the message that Liam had told us was supposed to happen.
And did you see the message?
I did.
Did you see who delivered it?
I saw who delivered it, but I could not see his face because he had a hood on.
And what did the message say?
Southwind calls the old to the cold to let the thick fog in.
And did Liam explain any of that to you
Nope.
when you got back?
Nope. In fact, I thought it was strange that he took what I like to call noobs to a situation that we were wholly unready for.
And if I had had any awareness of this sort of thing going on, you would not have been. So, all the way through, you had no idea really what you were going there to do?
No, he never explained anything. He just said, we have a mission in the morning, and then I woke up and off we went.
And when you did eventually get where you were going, where was that?
It was the castle.
And what was your role at the castle?
Initially, I wanted to go with them, but Liam insisted that we stay here, or stay outside as the lookouts. So I did what I was told.
All right.
I figured I saved his ass once before, he might need it again.
And going back just a little bit, how did things go once the meeting was done and you had the message?
The rest of my compatriots left, and it's kind of private what I did after that. I don't think you need the sordid details.
All right, just you came, but they came back without you. It's just curious. And then, so you were at the wall, and you were playing lookout.
Yes.
What happened from there?
Could automatically tell that a battle was happening or a confrontation, and we started to debate whether we should engage or stay where we were told to. And eventually we decided to stay, and everything went quiet and nobody came out. We waited a little while and nobody came out, so we decided that we should probably take off.
All right. And when you took off, where did you go?
I have friends that I would prefer not to divulge that information.
All right, that's fair. Everyone is allowed their secrets. Now, did you take everyone else to your friends? Did the four of you go together, or did you all sort of scatter?
I believe in keeping everyone together.
All right. That's good.
And if you picked you went alone, you're fucked.
We'll find out. We'll find out. Man,
It's a 50-50, and
Yeah.
you might lose.
we about to find out.
Alex.
Wait, did he really just call me Alex?
Oh shoot! I'm sorry.
Jade.
Oh god! That would have killed
That was my fault. That was okay.
You would have been dead.
I
You would have
missed
been dead.
something.
He called her
Jade.
Alex.
He called her
Jade.
Alex.
He called me Alex
On
and Jade,
accident,
and
yeah.
I about had a heart attack.
Yeah, Jade. I have eyes and ears all over Thragordun. Where did you come from?
Where did you go?
What do you mean, where did I come from? I live in the city.
Whereabouts?
What section would I live if my mother was a teacher?
I want to say in the northern part, not too far from where.
Hold on, I have a map. Where's the map?
Map. It looks like a map.
There it is.
Yes, you would probably be in the Northtown district, or you could be in the. It would be a little bit slummier, but Southtown district would also be fine. It's sort of near where the library is and everything.
I'm gonna say Northtown.
Okay.
From the
Interesting.
Northtown.
Everybody else got
Interesting.
Liam wasn't there. So Liam's missing.
I misunderstood that message.
Nope.
Is that a problem? Do you have issues with people from the Northtown?
Considering that we operate mostly in Northtown these days, I assure you I do not.
Okay.
It is. It is just interesting trying. A lot has happened for you in the past few days, but it has sort of been the same for myself.
Sure.
Have you learned anything more about the man with the burnt hand and the gold ring?
No, Liam told us not to pursue that avenue of knowledge, so
Well, he had his reasons. How did the... It's interesting because Tyrion, Brandy, they both, go to attend the academy. I'm wondering, how do you know the two of them?
So there was a third party involved that knew both of my companions and myself, and said, I have some people that I think you should meet, and that's how we met up.
Interesting. Who was this third party?
I prefer not to divulge my sources. To put a target on their back would be most detrimental.
Alright. I will say there are some secrets I can allow, but too many starts to become very curious.
Would you divulge all of your secrets if I asked you direct questions?
Would you really think that I owed you that?
Why do I owe you my secrets?
Need a boss. He's Blood Daddy.
Blood Daddy.
Alright, well, thank you for helping me sort of conjure an image of the events of the last couple nights.
Sure.
At that, he will stand up. Gint and Guile will sort of come to his side, motion, that you can go out the door. He'll lead you across the hall back to the room with everybody else. So, I thank you again for all of your time. I'm sure it was not how you would have preferred to spend your morning. And unfortunately, because of the actions of my son, you have become sort of embroiled in this a lot faster and a lot more than I would have preferred. However, it has seemed to come with some of its advantages. Scotch was... We were close. He ran errands for me. He was a messenger. I trusted him to be my words when I could not be. Through some means, which I have not been able to discern yet, I have not found the culprit, Liam had Scotch killed, which threw a wrench in some very important plans of mine.
Is he saying this out in the public? Out in the
No, it's
open?
just to the
No,
four
it's
of you.
just the
Yeah.
four of
Oh,
us
we're
in
all in
the
the room back now?
Yes.
I thought he like escorted you out and he was just saying this to everybody.
Oh, no.
I'm like, that would cause
Yeah.
a kerfuffle.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
no, this
that
is-
would be great.
I'm like, oh, this is great. He's being honest. I
Yeah.
like this guy.
Yeah. No, this is to
Nope, nope, still closed doors. All right.
the, yeah, this is to the four of you.
Got it.
Scotch,
that part, yep.
Scotch was supposed to attend on my behalf to make negotiations with the Terra Darvish.
I recorded a note about that.
Dwarves are very stubborn, and
that.
when you do not make your appointments, they become very surly.
They're the dwarves from the outside of the city?
Yeah,
Uh,
Or on the outskirts?
from the mountains, but they have
Mountains.
the Terra Darvish have territory and presence
okay.
within.
Wait, he
Fergus.
was supposed to be like a mediary between the two for a meeting?
Yes.
Okay.
Liam had shared that he was not interested in alliances that you were planning.
That is very
That is
clear
true,
to me
yeah.
now. However, the opportunity that has presented itself through all this is that ring. And he motions to the Ring of the Ways. That was a prized possession of theirs, which Liam apparently saw fit to take for himself. Which would also explain how he got around so well without my knowing. I believe that the four of you, if you were to present this ring as a peace offering, perhaps negotiations could start again. I will not be sending you alone, of course, but this is my next task for you. You do not need to worry about it for a couple days. I have some things to put in motion first. So in the meantime, feel free to relax, come and go as you please. I will let you know when you are needed.
What are the goals of this meeting, if I may? An alliance
It's
between them?
it's for me to know, but I'll just have to sort of see how things go.
How much do you know about the Thragordins? And their goings on?
I know probably more than anyone else, which is to say, not much. The Thragordun and the fool who leads them, they worship a being which has never showed itself, and as far as I know, has never showed itself in these lands, and will never.
Well, that warehouse that we took out, do you know about the warehouse? Or did Liam not tell
Are
you about
you
that? too?
aware of what they're doing beneath the city?
I am not, but perhaps we shall save that conversation for another time.
We've taken on too many side quests.
Yeah,
Your side quest is cool.
Yeah.
Alright, and then he'll turn to leave the room and go back out to the main quarters of the den.
I'm gonna speak into his mind and say, "Have a good evening."
I mean, you guys are free to follow.
Oh,
Yeah, like Gint
alright,
and
we'll follow.
yeah, Gint and Guile are waiting for you to leave the room. They're not going to let you.
So
wander.
far, I've never spoken in his mind, so it was
Yeah.
kind of like gonna be like a little bit.
Yeah,
of a
fair enough.
reveal.
He kind of gives like a faint look over his shoulder and a nod.
Well, I would have only done that if he was leaving.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
yeah,
never
yeah,
mind.
yeah. I thought we were like
Yeah.
separating.
No, so
It's that awkward part where we're
See
like,
ya.
bye, and then
Yeah.
follow each other.
no, they want to make sure that because now you're on the other side of the double doors, so they want to make sure you're heading out as well.
Sure.
So Brand steps through the double doors, and there's all these men and women there waiting,
Mhm.
and he takes a step forward and begins to speak. You have no doubt heard, Liam did not meet the fate of the hangman's noose, but he went into the castle. He is likely still in custody. His goal was the assassination of members of the Court of Mourning. When Brand mentions that, there are like starting to be stirs within the crowd. He knew the risks, as do we all. He took initiative, and at that, like, there's just one or two people who are like, yeah, like, like showing support.
Yeah, do something.
And to our brothers who went with him and now decorate the town square, he raises the bottle. Let us take a moment. And he walks over to the man, one of the men who like cheered. Let us contemplate in silence the final moments of these men we sat alongside. And how fortunate they were that those final moments were not at the end of my blade. And at that, in a flash, he unsheathes one of his knives and jabs it into the gut of this guy that cheered for Liam. Anyone else who wishes to show initiative, who dares to cross me, I offer you, now and only now, a head start running into the arms of Thrag Command. They will make it quick. And he rips the blade out of the man's gut and he falls to the floor and starts gurgling and bleeding out. Will not be so generous. And then he, as he's sort of whipping the blood off of his blade, he looks back towards the four of you and then walks between you back through the double doors. And that is where we will end for tonight.
Ooh! I'm looking to see your responses to this. He just did murder.
Well, not yet. These dudes still bleeding out. We can heal him. Don't
Or
you
we could just
heals?
walk up to him like, damn, son.
You got correct. Just kick him.
But yeah.
Correct or get corrected.
Alright, so peace.
I'm gonna send
Oh,
out a
God.
well, as he walks away, I'm gonna send it just like remember our talk. I'd like to resume it later. He's probably not in the right mindset, but in his mind.
Yeah.
Oh,
You did not get tortured nearly as much as I thought you were gonna. I thought you were gonna get grilled hard as fuck.
I was ready to fight.